Come with me to one of the most popular affordable omakase spots in Tokyo. We had omakase at Manten Sushi Marinucci, which consisted of a 22-course meal for $80 per person. The meal started with crab soup, which was flavorful, followed by the seaweed soup, which I found to be a little slimy and acidic. Wasn't the biggest fan of this one. This was followed by the fatty tuna and onit, another type of tuna. Both were yummy, and then the amijin. The sea breed had a kick of wasabi, which I initially thought was alcohol, and the abalone and liver was so juicy, fatty, and flavorful. The liver especially was so soft and delicious. Scallop, crab soup, and the red snapper were all good, but the real standout here was this unassuming tofu dish, which we were warned by the chef would be super creamy, and super creamy it was. This was my favorite dish at this point, and it was the only non-seafood dish. Oops. The shrimp was an interesting blend of hot rice and cold shrimp, but held a bit of a slimy texture. I was a huge fan of the oyster. It is so juicy, and I found the salmon roe to also have a very juicy, refreshing pop in my mouth. The mango tuna was another fave. It literally melted in my mouth. Octopus was okay. I found it to be a firmer texture compared to the tuna and the other fish. The grilled fatty tuna was probably the highlight of the meal. It held a smoky taste and it literally melted in my mouth. This was also my first time trying uni, which held great promise given its large price tag, but unfortunately I was not a fan. The omelet, however, was savory, bouncy, and tasted fresh. Another favorite and another non-seafood dish. Oops. The sea eel was cooked and very smoky. The clam soup consisted of a generous portion of clams, but I found it quite hard to eat. And at this point, I was so full, but the hand roll was enjoyable and the onions were a nice touch. We also had green tea throughout the meal and finished with a bite of watermelon. Overall, Manten Sushi made for a wonderful first-time omakase experience. There was a delicious variety of courses, and the chef was beyond engaging and friendly. Would I come here again? Maybe not, but would I recommend it for a first-time omakase experience? Absolutely.